It's been a while guys, but we are back and here to stay. This is my best Android apps and games for January 2016. So slap bang in first place we have Landsliders. This is a game I downloaded about 2 weeks ago and literally haven't stopped playing since. The footage you're seeing here is back when I was a total noob and didn't really have much idea what I was doing, but even at the beginning I was really enjoying this game and was sure it was going to make the list. You go through a series of very varied environments, whether it's grassy hills, whether it's desert, whether it's snow caps, and all of it looks absolutely fantastic. This could be a console game. It's very polished, and the essential aim is to just get as high a score as possible, which may sound quite shallow, but they've made it really quite in depth, whether it's because you're unlocking new characters, because you're completing side quests, and they've constantly kept it varied with lots of different things. For a splash of personalization, I don't think you need to look any further than Launcher Lab. Now, it's probably the most customizable Android launcher I've ever really seen. I mean, sure, Nova Launch you can change the icon packs, you can change the color, but this really is next level. There's pre-built themes which genuinely change the way your phone works, and you can even design your own from the ground up. And you can probably tell by now that the animation, while it is a little bit overbearing sometimes, is really high quality. I mean, to be honest, I love it. I think that these constantly popping screens really make for quite a nice experience, but for people who want a more minimalist approach, that can also be achieved. You can even create a genuinely impressive Windows look, with the start screen going straight to your app drawer, or anything you really want to link it to. I genuinely think this is a really fun experience. It's pretty cool. Have you ever had those moments where mid-conversation you're talking to someone, you're having a great time, and then all of a sudden you run out of something to say? You have, we all have, I do it all the time, and that's exactly what this app tries to solve. Essentially, 8fact is really just that, it's a fact app. It just provides you a load of flashcards, which seems very basic, but it's actually quite useful. The facts are high quality, they're interesting. It's a very hassle-free sort of interface. There's not too much bloatware or ads, there's pretty much nothing. And to be honest, I'd say about 80 to 90% of the facts are genuinely relevant. They're not just random things pulled from far corners of the internet. It is actual relevant stuff that you can talk about. It's a good app, which does make conversations just genuinely more interesting. If you've been walking around for the last year with your eyes open, you've probably come across the game Geometry Dash, and there is now a sequel, and it is better than ever. It's an extremely difficult game which relies on really fast reflexes and a little bit of rhythm, and the way the sort of game fits with the music actually makes it a really fun experience, and the soul-crushing difficulty combined with how short one go actually is means you're going to want to keep reaching out to play Geometry Dash. The full version has a lot more levels and more customization for your character, but you can definitely get a good feel of the game with the free one. Have a listen to this. Last but absolutely not least, we have Cut the Rope Magic. Now, I absolutely loved the first game, and then I found that the second game, while it was an improvement in some ways, did become more of the same. Now, after a long break, they've come up with the third installment, which is Cut the Rope Magic. Now, to be clear, this game is the hardest of the three. It's genuinely puzzling, but in a really good way. Gaining 3 stars on a really tough level after using your wit and ingenuity genuinely feels really satisfying. It's not actually the level of satisfaction I've experienced very much on a mobile phone game. There is a ton of content here, and while it may push an ad every now and again in your face, you can pay to disable that or just bear with it because it's really not too overbearing. Alright guys, that's it from me. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you just slap that like button. I'm Mrwhosetheboss, and this is Insanely Cool Tech.
Come on!